Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to more Starsector, where we have returned home once more. But a funny thing happened while I was out questing and going to Tabitha and visiting all these other places and returning to the core worlds and trying to steel myself to go to Sealy or Sele or this scary area over here. And, well, a few astute viewers noticed that Third Bog has gone back to the Kingdom of Terra. And in the essence of saying that we can't take care of other people's business until we clean up at home, I think it's time for us to reassess what is going on at Third Bog here. So that's where I want to start. If we look at this planet, it is a size 3 colony. It already has a decivilized subpopulation because the Kingdom of Terra do that. It has bountiful farmlands, some ores, abundant organics. So it is pretty good, but if we look at the other planets here, they're kind of unremarkable, especially since we just built our own planet. Well, this does have ultra-rich ores, which is fun. And this one has abundant ore, but it's irradiated, which we could actually get rid of that radiation with one of the items, and is very hot. So overall, this system outside of the one planet is not particularly useful. And it's in an area where we had tried to cordon off this part of the world and say that this is ours. This is no one else's. It is our garden. And if we look over the far reaches of the rest of space, conveniently, none of these other corners have been actually attacked. Or, well, okay, this one's kind of encroaching, but leave it to Kingdom of Terra to be a bag of dino dicks. Oh, that's so mature. Bag of dino dicks to go and take over that. So, what's the plan? I think the plan, first off, is that before we do anything out west, we do have a little bit of cash. We do have, if we look at our, this is not the money, this is not the button I want. If we do look at our income is better. We have all this stuff here. We did draw some stockpiles out, which is why that's in the negative. And honestly, I do want to just mention real quick that this is not the fleet I'm planning to take on that last fight. If you saw how much I struggled with some of those fights, especially the Genesis Project fight, I think it stands to reason that some of the things that are sitting in storage here are going to need to be cleaned up and shipped out, because if it's one of the last big fights that I'm going to be getting in this save, I'm going to really, really, really need to make it count. And that means more frigates, more everything. Right now, our fleet composition is getting close to the soft cap of 999. So I've got to figure out a little bit what I want and what I don't want. But you know what? I'm looking here and I'm reminded of another problem that I did not see any of my viewers mention here, but it is fairly important. Remember when we had an alliance and that alliance had 4 members? And I actually changed my icon to incorporate, or for the thumbnails for the videos to incorporate that? Yeah, 2 of those left, Dassault and, not Brighton. We don't want Brighton in there, but the Pomeds. So what's going to happen here in the next little bit is that I really want to bring these 2 back into the fold. I think they are a good fit. I think the Reuter Union could be good as well, but I want a stable alliance, not one where people are bleeding. And if we look right now, it doesn't look like these have been sucked up by anybody else. Although this is still annoying, and I need to definitely knock the hegemony down a peg. But, you know, I tried to give planets to people. It's not my fault. They couldn't take care of them. So that's kind of the position here, to just get back to Third Bog, which we are going to go ahead and set a course for, although I never autopilot this shit. Let's make sure we actually have enough supplies before I fly out, because I have a really bad habit of that. That's technically enough supplies. We do have a planet that's actually producing supplies, which I could totally take. I just need to remember which one has the correct industry here. So we have the variable assembler that is producing marines over here. And then Zafabak. One of these will have supplies. Let's just visit our places. I should know my places by now, and I don't. But look at this, strike mission on Gamma Newton for all of these things. So Shadow Yards is doing their best to be a good ally and continue to be aggressive, and they kind of are. Look at our shadow station here. Isn't it so nice? So if we go to storage here, there's just fuel here, although I definitely do accept fuel. And you know, I don't remember if I grabbed the mantle bore that I put in one place and put it in another, because I was thinking I wanted to put mining here. I may still want to put mining here, but we have a marginally bigger priority here. And correct me here, because it was a Redneck Rider that suggested, I believe. Do you want to be Vajtech or Vaj with a V or Vajtech with a W? I know technically it just depends on how we want to be pronouncing this, but yeah, we definitely are going to need a mantle bore here, especially since some things are building, the spaceport's still building. It's going to take some time. This mining is going to make money for us right away, because mining is going to be able to tap into all of this, and that will supply us very well. So we're not going to check the unsanctioned bounty board, even though it's probably a little safer to do it right now because I'm at the beginning of the episode. Pirate raid. Well, I want to be friends with everybody. And here we go. This is our other one with the mantle bore. Also, how are you all doing on your building? We actually can't build that next industry yet, but that's why this is here. We do have more crew sitting in storage, which is fun. Does that mean that I just totally dodged and it's Hantu Raya? I should know my colonies by now. Oh well. We're just going to grab from I guess our resource stockpiles. Although I hate continuing to dip into the kitty here. We're going to grab just a few more supplies. It's all debt to me at this point. Although one thing that I've done in the past that I probably could do again is flip a lot of my stuff that colonies are building and throw it on the open market. That may not be the worst idea in the world. But let's see. We still have space intestines flying down here, for once sending us in the right direction. See, we are close to profit. I don't mind losing a little bit of money there. We're raiding Legio. That's fine. And this is going to send us to the very corner of the sector, maybe a little too far into the corner, because there is a little bit more over there. And it looks like there's actually another space tube that has started going in the other direction, although it is, from the looks of it, immediately fading away. So who knows what that means. We have a remnant ordo that is probably going to run away from us in just a minute. Yeah. We could take that on, but I have more things I want to take on here. You know, I do want to fight the hegemony. It's true. But I'm going to accept this for now. We will deal with the hegemony in a little bit. But we need to take care of Third Bog, which is all the way over here. So let's talk philosophy for a second, shall we? And I think I have my transponder on, which is important because I do want them to know that I am doing this, because they are neutral to us right now, but I need to send a very clear message. So this is Third Bog. Here's the planet. They don't even want to trade with us right now, which is a little irritating, because then they're going to be like, we don't want to do anything while that patrol's sitting here. So here's the planet. There's not much to it right now. They stupidly built mining when they absolutely should be building farmland. The operations are already disrupted. We have a Chag over here sitting like a Chag. Let's go ahead and do the thing. We are not going to bomb it. We are just going to invade. Because, like I said, I want to do a little bit of a think about this. Or I don't want to say I want to do a little bit of a think. I have been doing some thinking about this. And I will say that the comments and suggestions that I've gotten from people have sort of fallen into two minds. One is to take Third Bog and gift it to one of the people that I'm trying to ally with. The other is to just let it go into decivilization and let it be a garden, as it were. But my counter to both of those is this guy, which we have to think about the fact that he's the faction leader, is what we want. And what was our original goal here? Our original goal was to take this sector that was laid out for us and set up very nicely, and this is seen sector, by the drones, and say, you know, we want to make a pristine, beautiful place for humankind. And while my goal was originally to have this area off limits and have nobody actually settle it, there's humans here now. And one of the big issues that's going to come with humans here now is that no matter priority notification from Legio, responses inquired in 20 days, I'm going to accept that as well. So we're not raiding them right now. Like I said, Legio will be our final boss later, but we have to take care of some shit at home. And taking care of some of the stuff helps my accessibility. But to get back to Third Bog here, which is now our planet, I've had some people go so far as suggested just glassing it and taking out all of the people here. But then that would just change things to say, you know what, before there were others, now it is just us. And we could ask here, if this is our place, clearly we can't have an administrator just sitting here and do it. That hasn't been working. So at some point, the responsibility has to fall on us. Because the cat's out of the bag, you can't put the cat back in the bag. There's people here, and since the game doesn't give us the opportunity to just transport every single person off the planet, and even then, let's think about this for a second. Would people follow through that order and say, everyone must clear this planet so that nobody can live on this planet? Hell no, there will be people that will be hiding out. You'll always be weeding out what's there. So the alternative to simple, and it's more of a philosophical question, are we going to be the caretakers that ends up destroying the people as well? We already are going to have enough bloodshed just to get things in, or are we just going to have ourselves a good time and shape this place in the place we want to? And I think that's going to be the plan. So we could do abundant organics and moderate ore deposits. It's already built. We're halfway in growth to the next place here. So I think I will leave that there. We do have hazard pay on, which does have some growth. Freeport will increase it a little bit more. The stability is already 0. So we have a patrol HQ. That's nice. I think the point I'm making, well, I know the point I'm making is that we're going to invest in this place. And it's going to be called Cradle because, let's face it, if things go to shit in the core worlds and everything, this is a beautiful environment with practically no hazards other than the humans that are on it that maybe we can figure out how to deal with the decivilized population. But otherwise, this is a beautiful place where if everything else goes to shit, maybe people can hide here. So let's invest a little bit. We have, right now, a few things that we can build. We do have a spaceport. We can't build any other industries yet. The next industry is definitely going to be farming. We don't have rare ores, I don't think. So we can use soil nanites here. That'll be nice. I think I did keep one set of soil nanites just in case. We're going to put a high-tech place here. Notice that it doesn't cost that much. And we are also going to put, not a cryosleep revival facility. I don't think that's going to work here. Ground defenses. So this is just going to be our investment into this. There's people here. It's up to us to decide if we're going to weed them or if we're going to keep them. Let's give them food as well. I guess we'll give them recreational drugs. Give them some heavy machinery because we don't need that in our stores. Give them a few supplies. So I know some people's playstyle is not to run with another colony here, especially in a location that has such shit other planets, because this is not a great system. But I said I'd be taking care of this area, and we're going to be taking care of this area. All right. So I feel like there's something I'm forgetting here, and I think I know what it is. First off, we can repair our ships too. That's fine. And we need to open the comm directory. And we need to go to the port master here. Let's help with the rebellion problem. Let's deliver 500 supplies. And let's deliver 500 marines. And let's deliver 197 heavy armaments. If that doesn't take care of any rebellions here, then I don't know what else I can do at this point. And that does mean we're a little bit short on supplies now, so we're going to have to go back. We do have a lot of Marines, but we can pick up more. I'm comfortable with this. It's not at all what I was planning to do here. And we are going to have to take over these little beacons here. Fortunately, they didn't take over that many. But let's do some cleanup. Okay, you're running. You're also running, so... Mining fleet, lookouts. Hey, look out! Guess who took over your planet again? So we're going to have to go ahead and take this. And I could install a comm sniffer into my own thing anyway. I think that's a good idea just in case somebody else takes it over. And we should have patrols that come by and take over. In fact, I have another idea of what I can do here real quick. Kingdom of Terror wants a ceasefire. Let's be honest, I got what I wanted from him. So I was going to say, let's send a fleet over here, and I still think that's the plan. But we're going to go back home, and I need to make sure that this is stable before we do the next move that I'm planning on. And part of that stability does mean that we need to have good allies in here. Alpha Mojave star system. Let's check that distress beacon. It's fine. What could possibly be wrong here? Alright. It could just be a distress beacon from this cryosleeper. To be honest. Did we already take over this one? Yeah, looks like we did. So, we can totally build a cryosleep revival facility right here. It does cost a little bit. I'm just going to scan real quick and make sure I'm not missing anything else. Alright. I feel like that's stuff I should know. We did survey and look for stuff there. So, Alliance vote, the Titan Dominion. Oh boy. So see, this is the problem. Oh, okay. I thought for a second that make peace with the Pommet. I thought for a second they were inviting them into their alliances. Like, this is the other thing I need to take care of before I go and take on other things here. War between Shadow Yard and Diable. I'm going to vote yes. Just to make sure Shadow Yards is happy too. So let's go back here real quick. So we have Cradle now over here. A very happy planet Cradle is. Orbiting a gas giant. We have a station that's building here. I just want to see, do I have enough money to do this? I hate that I don't remember how much stuff costs, but I don't remember how much stuff costs. I already passed it. Cryo Revival Facility. It's going to have a huge demand here, but this will initiate trade between the systems. So that's good. I think with this being so close, this will let this population build pretty well, and it continues to build on our ethos here of that humanity is a scourge, but who are we to be the scourge along with it? Scourge? I've always pronounced it scourge. Alright, so we are flying home pretty slowly. Our supply count is pretty spent. So we're going to have to try not to go into too much debt to make this work. Which means we'll need to break into storage just a little bit, but it's fine. Let's see if we have a profit this month. We might not. We do. So as long as we can not dip too hard into our funding, it should be okay. But we are still going to need to take care of some stuff. So let's start by going to Karkatako, which is not how it's pronounced, but that's just how we're doing this today. Okay. I think the POMED still wants to be good. Let's manage the colony here. And we do need a few more Marines, so let's take the fresh meat back. Our crew count could use some improvements, so it's a little bit higher of a wage bill. This is fine. Okay, Vajtek, Zafabak. We already explored all those things. All right. Now it's interesting. We see things like sabotage. One of the things that I haven't really explored yet in this save is the ability to actually go ahead and take on like not bad people, but using operatives to attack other systems and stuff. And that's probably something that I should try to work on or work with. We could technically do a way station here, and that's probably not the worst idea because it's going to increase accessibility. It's just going to dig into our money just a little bit, but this should make up for some of the money. Like I said, we want accessibility. In fact, I'm thinking about throwing some story points here just for 20 accessibility. The alternative would be for mining, which would increase everything by 1 unit, which is exciting, except we're already abundant. So I think the accessibility bump may be more important. Leave your thoughts in the comments on that, because you all do very good telling about how the game works, and I go by a lot of thoughts and feelings, which means that we have weird fleets like this flying through our system. Hey, shots fired between us and Brighton. Hey, we're at war with Brighton. That's pretty good. We do need to deal with Brighton. So here's our stuff. I think I'm going to sell one of these. And we could sell the Eradicator Core for money. I'm kind of leaning towards it, because I know there is another planet with radiation that I could get rid of. But I'd kind of just prefer the cash injection. Although I'm not sure what other things are here. Also, we did have at one point in the market in Yig another brain print item that we sold. I was wondering if Third Bog was a Terran world, because that could work. But I think because it's an island world, we can't actually use the brain print to transfer a thing. I don't exactly know. So we have anything good in storage here? We have all these. There's a lot of shit we could sell. And I haven't really been using relic components very much. Let's go ahead and cash out some of this shit. Yeah. So all of you will take the bonus prisoner. I could start selling my weapons too. Hey, wait a minute. We have 426 supplies. I was told to check my home system for where the supplies are, but I did a really bad job of not scrolling down, so thank you all for looking out. We have all these things to sell to. We're probably going to need another cryorhythmic engine. We do have soil nanites that we can take over, so that's good. We have these big things that I would still love to use. I just haven't been able to find a place to use them yet, which sucks. But that's the name of the game. Okay. Let's just do this. So we have all this. I've done this off camera before. If we do this on the open market, we can sell 50 per unit versus 50 per unit. Ultimately, it's just going to be us dumping excess resources back into the market. Like so. Money. And we're reinvesting in our own world. I do think it's better just to go ahead and take care of that. Okay, so we have all these things, so much money now. We could buy supplies here. They are dirt cheap. Could buy fuel here. This is dirt cheap. The power of capitalism. This is also dirt cheap. And there we go. I think we're okay. Except we did burn a lot of fuel. So I think it's probably fine if we do this. Just because we are flying around with a massive war fleet. Oh, that we do want to keep repairing. So the next thing then. This is what I'm saying, is that we had some missions to try to take over some stuff before, and we really want to get some people back into alliances here. Now, we could go up to the United Palmed and trade some prisoners, and that would probably get them back on our good side. But to salt Mikian, for instance, we probably need to take out Alexander HQ and give that back to him. I think that gives a DPS, but not DPS bonus, a reputation bonus. And then all of these things here. So let's make our way over here. This is kind of a different play than I was originally thinking. But let's remember, I was originally thinking going over here. But if we're gonna follow our philosophy in solving the Third Bog issue, it's that our overarching goal is to make the sector a better place. And part of our we do have Reuters actually doing things in here. Reuters doing Reuter things, despite the fact that we coalesced their asteroid belt. You know what? I do want to go over here and do this, but how close is Vajtek's mining to being built? It's hard to say. 23 days. Do we have, because this is going to be a leg of a journey that takes a while, do we have a bounty around here? It doesn't look like we do. Damn. I was hoping that maybe we could just make a short trip somewhere. Do we have any places we haven't really explored? I think we've actually tapped into most of this stuff. We have a few things over here. Wyatt Star. We haven't seen. Wyatt Star has a beacon next to it. I mean, I still think getting that's a priority, but getting Vajtek off the ground is also important. Conquest mission. Hang on. Our priority may have just changed. Reparations Society is paying us millions for something we were planning on doing anyway. So that's fine. I will take that money before you can withdraw that offer. Thanks, bye. Okay. How mature of me just to say thanks, bye after calling somebody Dino Dicks at the beginning of the episode. All right. So we're gonna get ping-ponged over here a little bit. That's fine. So how many more days? It is a little weird to kind of bounce back and forth here, but I'm trying to take care of the situation at home so that once we do, we can just be free to roam the skies. So we're fully repaired. The space intestines is going to be a little annoying, but we're fine. Interesting. Oh, you know what I meant to do? Well, I can still do this if I get to another civilized planet. I meant to send a support fleet or a relief fleet to Cradle. That was the one thing I forgot to do. Damn. Well, that's all the more reason for us to hit this and then go back. Because I don't know right now. Rebellion and Cradle. Your lack of complete information about the rebellion. Placing operatives in Cradle may reveal more details. I did give them supplies and stuff. So the thing is that we don't want it to teeter onto decivilization. So, see, government victory. The rebellion failed. So what's floating around in here? Is it a kite? It's a mule. Alright. Plentiful volatiles location. Cool. Thanks. And we have another distress beacon. That is from Beta Yamaros' work star system. Where is that? I think we just passed it. Yep, all the way over there. It is unexplored. Well, let's go see what's up here. Because I have a hunch if it's a blue... Oh, boy. Palmed doing some work here. Okay, I'm getting pushed around like a moron here. I have a feeling if this... Oh, are you guys actually going to take me on? They're not. Okay. So this is a blue giant. Have we been here? Are you sure we haven't been here? We have not been here. Okay. It's got a medium warning beacon. I'm curious about whether there is a coronal hypershunt here. And it looks like we do have something here that's potential to be explored. We have an orbital habitat. We got some other sensor contacts over here, so we're gonna scan. I know technically if we go and find the coronal hypershunt, then that will make Space Doritos start to go after us, but that's fine. Oh, look, regular old defenses. This is a blast from the past. Hang on. How are we gonna blow these guys to absolutely nothing? We don't need to send that many ships. This should be enough. Or I'm about to really embarrass myself, which is an equally enticing possibility. Alright. Because it has been a few days since I've played, and part of that is, okay, it's just frigates and this thing. Definitely didn't need to send this much, but it's fine. Alright. Apparently that is what we call a good start. Yep, overkill. Name of the game. I love the margin call just rams things. It's that spirited Kingdom of Terra officer. Ship recovery. That's going to be a no, although it's a fun ship. We'll take that, sure. And then Lindsay Dixon leveled up. Hooray. Let's open the pod, and we get Lieutenant Captain Complon Kane, who's level 5 already. We'll take a look at that in a second, maybe dropping you off in space. Was that really all I got from the orbital habitat? Oof. Usually you get a lot more from those things, and today we did not. So, oh. Look, I'm out of officer space. You are steady with missiles and energy weapons. I don't exactly know how I feel about you. You're not bad. I could put you in for some schooling here. We may just drop you off at the nearest port. All right. So we have a derelict ship down here. And ooh, we are finding more officers, but none of these super advanced officers. Just another Olympus. I feel like we had one of those officers. Was it this save or last save, where she was just kind of hanging out? All right, I do want to explore kind of up here real quick, although there may be some other good stuff around. Like I said, that may have been a false positive. We did lose a little bit of money, but it's fine because we have supplies delivered to local storage. Okay, I think that was not a false positive. I think that is a coronal hypershunt. No, it's a research station. Well, yippee-ki-yay! Let's explore the research station, and we found a derelict ship location. Who knew? And in that research station, we get a bunch of nothing, except for pile driver blueprints. The game is like, you've won, you have enough already. And the double tap here gives us a giant gun, actually one of my least favorite Vic guns, and not much else. So not a hypershunt. So there's mining at Vajtech. There's a spicy planet called Nog. Spicy Nog. Raid aborted, no longer hostile. That's cute. And then peace among the systems. If you guys could just stop fighting, I mean, that would save me some work. And then we have shit like that. Okay. So here's a rock hound with nothing in it. We have 2 cryovolcanic planets that don't appear to have too much. I'm going to survey them. Okay, that's actually pretty exciting with a lot of volatiles, but... And then a ceasefire option from Brighton. I'm going to reject that just from our doctrine of fuck Brighton. But if my ally, which should be more than one ally, but if my ally asks for it, then yeah, I'll totally ceasefire Brighton. Right now, they're out of sight, out of mind. We don't even care. The Brighton does not exist if we're going to go with the Mean Girls' thoughts on it. So let's go back. We're going to build up Vajtech. We're going to send a support fleet to our other buddies before things go to shit, hopefully. And hopefully we can prop them up. And now suddenly we can go home again, and we can take the fast way. We have another fleet hanging out here. Might be one of ours. Alright, so lots of damage, but it's fine. So okay, that was not what I wanted. Vic expedition to us. Hey, I thought we had a ceasefire. Okay, well, Vic, you all don't know. Oh boy, that's not great. That's not great. The Vic don't know why I don't like them very much, but you viewers might know why I don't like the Vic very much. I like their ships. It's their personality that's the problem. But yeah, let's go home real quick. Melancholia, speaking of Vic. Okay, so we do have some potential hostilities here. If they were to try to pincer me, if they both took me on, those two Radiants could do a lot of work. And in fact, I know I said I didn't want to get a Radiant because that kind of feels like a cheat code. But running big fleets like this is kind of a cheat code anyway, so that may be the alternative for thinking about. Maybe we shouldn't be such a wuss and we should try to get a Radiant here. Okay, so Vajtek is down here now. Oh, interesting. It does not get a gravity well. That is really good information to know. And it makes a lot of sense why it wouldn't. Okay. So we're here. We have some money. We have a bunch of people like patrolling. These are some scary ass patrols. So let's do special functions. We're going to request a fleet. Now, one of my questions is, can I actually send a fleet to my own people? I don't think that I can, now that I'm thinking about it. Because, well, we definitely can't send an invasion fleet. Can we send a relief fleet? Can only target markets not under player control. So we can't target that. Can we send a defense fleet? That we can send. Alright. Okay. We launched, and that's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's something. Hopefully the defense fleet... Oh, we don't want to leave our own alliance. Okay, so that is step one. Step two is to go up here, and I'm glad this special task force is very excited about our planet here. The hegemony raid failed for some reason. Okay, manage colony. Okay, let's take you out of storage. Well, first let's sort all of our goodies. Take you out of storage. And we have mining up. We actually didn't build a space station here. I should probably change that. Let's do another society one. It takes a little bit longer, but I'm sure it feels good. Okay, so credits per month is pretty low right now. It's not gonna... We're gonna gain some accessibility and shit by doing this. I do think I am gonna go ahead and improve the spaceport. So that'll increase our growth a little bit. And we can go ahead and install an item for an autonomous mantle bore. So right now we have 4, 7, 5, 3. Now it's only going to increase ore, plutonic ore and stuff, but that's pretty damn good. We can also assign an AI core here. Reduces demand by 1, increases production by 1, reduces upkeep. I kind of wish I had a beta core that I could throw in there, because this is probably not worth the alpha core, especially when I should be putting the alpha core in here. So there we go. I get to be lazy now and do all this, and we're just going to let the AI core do its thing. It's fine. If we make improvements here, it increases production by 1 for 4 story points. I don't think that's worth it, but what other planets produce more quantity of ore than us? We have a few, and two of them are in our alliance, so that's cool. What about organics, which suddenly we are flush with? Not as much as you might think, but remember, this planet wasn't here at the start of the game, so it's fine. All right. What else can we possibly do right now? We still have our home planet. The Vic is coming to grab us when? That's not who we want. So Defense Fleet is in Cradle. That's fine. The raiding forces are superior to the... Oh. Okay, I was like, how's the Vic stronger than us? I'm not even seeing the Vic as an option here. So Market Expedition, that's more like it. The Expedition Space Forces are outmatched, and its ground forces are outmatched. The Expedition is likely going to end in failure. Not even worth trying to avert. Okay, so let's go back up here. We'll visit the PAMED. And if I were a good YouTuber, I would probably go ahead and take this opportunity to just cut the travel here, but we're going to be really bad instead and just fly succinctly across space here. Now, I will say, I know I've gotten some very positive comments about editing I've done in the videos in the past, and I know... Ooh, well, that's definitely ours, and they're definitely engaging that ordo. I'm pretty sure they have that under control, so I'm just going to let them have that under control. They definitely did not give me an opportunity to fix it. Oh, man. Remember when the Remnants were a threat? I do. Didn't even need Midnight Dissonance to help us out this night. Midnight Dissonance. Midnight Dissonance would be a totally different thing. All right. So we've traveled a little ways here, and we've learned a few things about ourselves along the way. Whereas before, Jean-Pierre was very much just about the robots were right, the humans are the problem here. Now we're in a situation where we are the caretaker of both house and humans. And that makes things a little bit more awkward. Shit, when did we forget to buy supplies? Every damn time. Okay, we're going to Nyx first. And we are going to suspend repairs for now. It should be okay. It's just... I got a little sidetracked, and then I let myself get zapped by too many hyperspace storms. And now this is the situation our situation is in. See, this is the exciting dailiness of StarCraft, why we don't just cut through all the content. I mean, granted, there's plenty of good arguments out there to say videos like, you know what, why are you making an hour video or 50-minute runtime video where there's some dead space for stuff like this? And maybe I should be going through and trying to cut it down to 30-minute videos. As you may have heard already, one reason I don't do that is that I just don't have the time to dedicate to making videos like that. It does take time and effort to record, but it also takes time and effort to do editing that is up to standard. I wouldn't just want to... Oh, who stole our comm sniffer? I wouldn't just want to do editing and be like, oh... hi. You're neutral. You're traveling. It's cool. We have no supplies. But I wouldn't just want to make content and just edit it for the sake of editing. I'd want to do a good job, and that's kind of the issue. So if we're looking at another game where there is a lot of like, oh crap, I should just be speeding through this. I think back a lot to Kerbal Space Program. Oh boy. Damaged ship, and we lost some crew, so this is definitely where we need to get to next. I don't think we can attempt to resume repairs, but we'll make it to next in time. We're not that far, but Ouroboros is also close. I don't know if we have a place here. I don't remember if Psi Nation hates us or not. They're suspicious of us, so... Okay, let's do the Ouroboros thing. We just need to get a few supplies Well, we're going to be damaging our ships by doing this way, so let's just get to Nyx. We don't need to double tap our own fleet. Alright. Inter-system jump point is right there, but we're going to try to land directly on it. So we have more damaged ship. That's fine. Bounty posted 90,000. Not very exciting. War with HMI I will always say yes to. Alright. Alright, let's get over here. Hello, outpost. We do not want to dismantle you. Okay, this is going to be a little expensive, but if we're doing an invasion anyway, then this is why we have the nest egg. This is exactly why we did some of the stuff we did. All right, so repair ships. Look at how much that repair bill was. Okay. Let's do this again. So we are always going to be in a situation here where we need some money while we're taking stuff on, which is one of the issues with we need to get ourselves stabilized before we go to that corner of the universe here. Like, what's our industries here? Mining is still at a loss. I wonder if that's going to roll up with the new month here, because it's now producing a lot more. It just needs some stability and a bunch of other stuff. Cradle here is also losing some money, but how close are we to growing this colony? Not as far as it looks. Oh, of course I get the hiccups now. That's fun. Okay, so what's our best mission right now? We do have 151 days to take on... What? The hegemony desires another faction to conquer this place. Oh, see, I read it wrong. Man, that sucks. Yeah, we're not giving the hegemony shit. Hey, the hegemony hates us even more. Nice. I mean, it's money, but I'm not taking that money. Well, let's do the thing that we definitely know we're doing here. We have some bounties that we can do around here. Some that aren't worth a lot, some that's worth quite a bit. We could just go up ahead here and try to fight. But I think the first thing is that we just need to go up to this place and figure out what we're doing. Because the important thing is that over time we will make money. We just need to get a little bit more infrastructure in place for our new stuff and try to find some some new things here. So yeah, we lost all the monies again. It's fine. We knew that was coming. I have a lot of shit that I sold and a lot more things that I can sell. So you're money. You're made of money right now. Okay, you're returning with fuel. You know I love me a good trader run here. Okay. And maybe this is where I should start leaning into the piracy side of my faction and just say, you know, we really need some stuff right now. I definitely don't need to be deploying this many supply worth of ships, so that's on me. But what I am going to do here, we're definitely going to have to finish this fight, and then we're definitely going to have to turn around and try to get back to the Pommed before the pizza gets cold. Let's go ahead and put you guys over here, over here, over here. Let's give you a light escort. Give you a light escort. Give you a light escort. I'm just trying some things a little bit different here. This should not be much of a fight. We have a lot of trade ships and a few defense ships. Famous, 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 famous last words. All right. So we'll let everybody just get in here. But yeah, that's one of the things, and I did talk about this on the Discord channel, which you can still join. Look in the description. Is that one of the things that I'm really interested in is even in sci-fi, which maybe you can excuse sci-fi for not always focusing on this, is character growth. What do we learn about a person? What is the measure of our people here? And I think some of that maybe comes down to my writing background, which has a big slant in script writing. So I'm always thinking in terms of how does this build the character? How does this? Oh wow! I hit the tiny thing without hitting the big thing. Ooh, I just waxed myself. Okay, let's let the big boys take this on then. I don't need to wreck myself when I can just check myself. But yeah, I'm always wondering, first off, why am I constantly flying into the line of fire for everything? We'll just get over here. I mean, it's still Psi Nation. We still need to take this seriously. And I think we have learned a few things about Jean-Pierre over the course of this run. Like, one of the reasons that I use the people that I'm using here, it's not... Oh, wow. I'm playing a hacky sack with one of my dead ships. That's grim. Is that I do want to learn a little bit more about some of these characters, because sometimes putting them in different context gives me more information to use for when I use them later. Like, you could just look at Jean-Pierre and say he's a career military man through and through, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Like, some of the things that I've read recently, it really just boggles my mind how much it's like, well, this person is a blank, and that's like all you need to know. It's like, it's not really all I need to know. Let's do the Starship Trooper things. I would just like to know more. Wow, I destroyed your engines and yet you still escaped. How could you? And I think one of the things we've learned here is that despite the hardened exterior of wanting to just let the world burn, when Jean-Pierre has the world in his hand, he can't just let it burn. And that may be a sign of weakness, or that may be a sign of strength. I'll leave that for you all to decide. But it is definitely something where not everybody's perfect, and sometimes you have real decisions you have to make. So we did get fuel. That's exciting. So we can use this fuel, and we can go up here. Because I hate... Oh, you're targeting Green now. I guess you are. That's probably fair. Psi Nation, targeting Green, evenly matched with the fleets and defending system. Are you sure about that? I mean, it's fine. But yeah, I don't like saving in hyperspace, so we're not going to do that. I have no idea how I ended up being friendly with the diktat, but it's fine. We need to figure out which place we're going to here. Probably their capital. So, Trick! And the reason I don't like saving in hyperspace is that I have issues with, like, save stability sometimes when I save out in hyperspace, and I don't want to deal with that. Especially when we're getting in the late stages of a very heavily modified run. Sometimes you breathe wrong and things will just fall over. So we're favorable, we're welcoming, and we can invite them back to Shadow Immortalis. Please join. Thank you. We're super best friends, I promise. And remember, we can't do that with the diktat, because they don't accept prisoners, because they are civilized folks. But we're not in a position to buy shit right now. But these guys do have some super cool ships. But yeah, I think we're at a pretty good point for this one here. So next time, I need to find some work to do to get that balance up. So we may be doing a little bit of bounty hunting, but I really just need to go ahead and clock Mirkalia and Oberstein. I just need to finish off some of these primary factions. I know I was saying before that I want to do that after I take on this, but we're here right now. We don't need to use the Janus device to jump around the core worlds. So for now, Cradle still exists. I was worried a little bit that we would fly away and it would be suddenly teetering on decivilization. You can see our stability of 0 is still a really big problem. In fact, I am going to turn off the free port because we actually make more money from it, and it gives us a little bit of stability. So recent unrest, we do have a defense fleet, we do have ground forces that are coming in. We do have mining. That's there because I didn't build farming because I wanted to give them jobs, but we do have a spaceport that... can we go ahead and do this with story points? Improve stability by 1. I think that's going to be necessary. So improving the population. We are all here in Cradle trying to do better, one and all. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Asher. Next time with Starsector. There's so many things I want to do. And like I said, one of my goals is to close out the series by bringing peace to the Sassine system. And that starts with balancing the checkbook and taking care of our problems at home. We've done some of it, and hopefully you all have enjoyed it. What was a very different episode than I was originally setting out to do. So next time it's get Dassault on board, probably by handing them some hegemony planets, and we'll see if Dassault can actually keep them civilized. It's a strategy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.